I'm ballin' hard, I need a jersey on. You don't ball at all. Pull up all fours, nigga, back to back, back to back. 2 Billy
Hey,
trucks,
what's going on,
2
guys?
trucks,
Welcome
black
back.
on black. Walking in the
Don
club,
Talk,
make
the
it
one and
rain,
only
let's go right for
podcast to
it.
get the
Chillin' in
realest and
crib,
illest
I'm in the bed
opinions.
with the strap attached.
You know what I mean? So we're on episode 12 now. Of course, I'm with the one and only Rome, as always.
Yo, still ain't get a cut, you know. Hold on, before we even start, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Go spend that money, y'all.
That was a sponsor.
Shout out the U.S. government. U.S. government sponsoring a lot of y'all niggas out there.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
But are they our sponsors here at Don Talk?
Oh my God, yes. every fucking episode, I feel like the U.S. government done did some shit.
I mean, yeah, they give us shit to talk about. So I guess they
every month.
funneling it.
Every month, the U.S. government makes their way on the Don Talk Pod. Shout out to our sponsors.
So this past week has been crazy. I guess you could say. Even this week, we're recording it Thursday. We're recording it on the 24th of March. Yeah, like these past 2 weeks have been crazy and good at the same time. Like with sports and all the shootings and
I was about to say, I'm nervous.
Weird. No, I just don't know what to expect anymore, bro. I mean, it's kind of like the same old tune type shit, like, you know, but like it's like you have a whole pandemic going on, so you would think people would be cool, but like now all this shit's happening, and you're just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what is happening with everything?
It makes absolutely no sense. Like, niggas want to throw away 2020 because of how the year went. This year is already worse than 2020, and we about to finish March. Like, this is the 4th month. Like, April's coming up. We've been in this shit for 4 months, and we already had more than two terrorist attacks in America. We already got like 4 of them, John.
And I mean, March is here, like,
yo,
like the summertime's coming. I saw a lot of people, and I didn't even peep, bro, because like I'm so like stuck in the crib working and shit that I didn't even peep it was fucking spring break. Like that
yeah,
shit,
me either.
That shit didn't even like come to attention to me, and I saw everybody at Miami,
right?
And I'm just
in Miami
like,
and shit. That shit's crazy. I mean, is it really spring break though? If we're done with school, like, could we call it? People who graduated, like, if you graduate college,
depending on what you going for.
I mean, you could have friends in school, and like, you know, what I mean, you just graduate, you got friends in school.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, let's go Miami. Is it your spring break? I don't think so. I think you're just vacationing.
I just don't know, man. Like, do you feel comfortable yet? Like, not even saying like, do you feel comfortable yet going out in public, like around people? Of course not. I mean, like, COVID's still here. Like, right. Yeah, people are getting like the shots and everything, but like, you personally, like, do you feel comfortable enough to like go down to Miami like that and be around people?
There's a couple reasons why I never really felt comfortable. You can rent a lot of luxury cars, and broke niggas disgust me. So that's kind of like the biggest reason why I would avoid Miami.
Makes sense.
However, though, on the flip side of things, the mass majority and just being around public and shit like that, I think I would get psyched out. Yeah, I would call it psyched out, just because I'm so like used to things now. Like, I guess I could say used. It's been a year. I'm used to things being like expected to be reduced. But like, it would be fun as fuck. Like, I'll probably like even watching people's videos when it was like vacationing and like spring breaking, I guess, if that's what they're calling it. But like, even when I was watching people's videos and shit, like, it looked like it was like, you know what I mean? Like the picture we had ship when it was ship week and motherfuckers just out, streets filled, like, you know what I mean? It gives me them throwback feelings about how good shit used to be. So like, I would definitely want to be a part of it for sure, because like I do miss those kind of things. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not pressed to whatever, you know what I mean? If a good time arrives, I'm here for it. But
I think with me, like if I would go, like right now I'm telling myself I wouldn't go, obviously, because like I'm thinking about it. But like if I would have went, I probably would be like would have forgot the whole thing about COVID. Like I'd be around people,
Yeah.
like, oh shit, and then be like,
You would just been hyped to be around a bunch of
look, I'd have
people
been like,
having fun.
oh shit.
See, nah, just somebody went through a corona at your head. Oh, bull being weird. It's fucking mask on.
Like, I'm just trying to protect myself, OG. Like, my
I'm
bad.
trying to tell y'all. That's the difference. Nah, I ain't even about to take it there.
And
All I'm gonna say is this:
Yeah.
LeBron won his chip. He followed the protocols. Tom Brady won his chip. He tossing the Lombardi across the water. That's all I'm saying. They get to throw they Coronas and Coors Lights all out. Florida, well, nobody in LA sparking the blee on the street when Bron won. They ain't get no parade. AD hit the biggest shot of his life. Niggas is standing outside in a quiet street.
Everybody outside like this.
Good shot, AD. We love you, baby.
No.
Like, come on, bro. They should at least give the Lakers a parade. You feel what I'm saying? Like, LA deserved it. That was the year Kobe died and y'all won a chip and we ain't get no parade.
That was bubble too. That was in the bubble where everything was different.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
So like I'm kind of sad, but like I'm glad people seen Tom Brady. You know what I mean? He like cut the ribbon to spring break in Florida. He really set the shit off. Think about it. Wasn't nobody. What nigga before the Super Bowl wasn't nobody posting no videos in Miami talking about some let's have a good time, have fun. No,
I think ATL started it. I think
ATL did.
I think ATL All-Star Break definitely kickstarted it, and people were like, yeah, ATL's lit. Spring break. Oh, we're going down to Miami. Fuck it, bro.
I'm not gonna hold. If I could, I would, but I can't. Yeah. I would have went to both them motherfuckers. ATL, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. This shit happened for a reason.
Yeah, bro.
The year the All-Star games in ATL, niggas can't leave the crib.
No,
bro. That would have been bigger than the BET. That would have been the biggest shit of the year.
God already knew. He said, "Oh yeah, y'all niggas can stay inside for this year."
Yo, he let, bro. They holding us back as people. We ain't get no parade in LA with Bron. They ain't let Lil Baby out perform the halftime show at the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, this shit's really crazy. Like, I really feel like I'm about to get real conspiracy theories here.
And even though like a lot of people like didn't go because of COVID, like there was still a lot of ill intentions that were going on down in Atlanta and Miami.
For sure.
I think a rapper ended up getting killed out there, like getting shot at. He got shot and killed. And down in Miami, 2 dudes drugged a girl, raped her, and then she later died. So like it's just kind of like you motherfuckers still don't know how to act. Like are you it's like, come on.
Motherfuckers do not care.
Don't. But that's the thing, bro. Like going to some of these places, bro, like you never know. Mm-hmm. Like and I think we talked about it on here before. Like, yo, you're not in your element, bro. You're somewhere different.
Completely different.
And you're at All-Star break, spring break. You gonna look like money. You want to show out.
You want to, right?
And niggas is out there head hunting. Don't forget where you at.
You got your little McQueens on and shit. All right, yeah. It look like Moneybag Yo.
It looked good. It looked real good.
All I gotta tell is I will never rob you. I'm not him. Don't worry about me. Don't go no place thinking it's me. Look for them other motherfuckers. But that goes to show you though, like, and it's the sad reality about things, and more so I feel like for women than men, really. But you know, then again too though, you have those women that pop out more than guys for the same reason. Like there's niggas at the crib looking at situations like, nah, they're gonna draw. This ain't it. Like I'm trying to avoid all that. And you got people that feel the complete opposite and they don't give a fuck what's about to go down.
I think the different thing between women is that they think, and not even trying to sound sexist at all, they think they can get over, like they can go places with not so much money in their bank account and just think that a nigga is gonna pay for their flight back home, and now you're on Twitter posting your motherfucking GoFundMe account asking for $1,300 to catch a flight from Atlanta to go back home.
That's drawing. But there's niggas out there too. No bread, I promise you.
And
no bread.
There is, and that's why I said I'm not trying to sound sexist, but it's just kind of like, what is the thought process behind you niggas? Because you gotta think, before spring break, a lot of people got their $1,400 checks and their tax return, so it was litty titty out there. Niggas is just spending bread, but at the same
people
time,
getting that direct deposit while down there.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you could have been banking on it. You could have been like, "Fuck it, I got money saved up. I'm going to get my stimmy here. We good. Like, I could pay for the see." But that's too much, bro. For me, that's too risky. That's way too risky. Cause I fuck around and be dead broke on South Beach just looking at niggas.
See, here's how I look at shit. When girls leave the crib, 9 out of 10 times, I feel like they're leaving the crib to have a good time.
Yeah.
When niggas leave the crib, they leaving their crib to impress somebody, to have a good time, or because they just want to start some shit. Like, yeah, there's that group of girls that like they'll go somewhere just to start some shit. But like the time it takes a female to get dressed, get ready, do all this shit, like they're not gonna go there just to spend 15 minutes arguing with somebody else. Like most of the time, females go places to have a good time. That's why they're at all the shows, concerts, shit like that. It's the motherfucking niggas and guys or whatever, I feel like personally, that just see these females and they just start wilding. It's like everything go out the window once they know there's some girls around looking.
And that shit's weird. I don't know. I feel like that should be like a common sense thing. Like, you should know how to handle yourself around women.
Well, this is sometimes the first time these people get around women. Like, they could be some weird ass nigga from like Virginia or something.
I don't understand though. You're 20.
You get no play. Listen, you get no play from Virginia.
25. There's no way, bro. There's no way you don't know how to handle yourself, bro. And bro, I didn't go to college. bro. I didn't go to college. So I don't know how it feels to live on your own and be around different people and meet new people. But like, I have common sense enough that I stayed home, worked a job, a DJ. Right. But I still know how to conversate and control myself around women. It's not that hard.
A lot of guys also don't realize how uncomfortable the things they say to females. Like, even at work, like there be niggas at my job.
I've seen some ill shit.
Bro, there's this nigga at my job, old head, talking to somebody like my age in the 20s. And you know, like that's the hard part too, because like old heads got like this weird polite perverted lingo, but it's not perverted if you was to be born and raised, brought up in their time. Yeah. But to be talking to somebody now with your lingo from 40, 50 years ago, you sound like a freak. Like, you know what I mean? Like he called her baby girl, but like it was just super. Like I was like, ooh. You know what I mean? Like I don't worry about that. I'm a nigga. I don't worry about dudes calling me baby girl. Or like older females just sweetheart, like them shits don't make me cringe or make me uncomfortable. But when it's from an older guy speaking to someone, vice versa, you know what I mean? Now she's thinking like, oh my goodness, this nigga, he trying, you know, like call me baby girl and shit. Like old head call me sweetheart. I'm chilling.
I mean, I don't know, and like you said, like an old head like that, like, and it falls onto the young bulls, and that's why I always state. Who the fuck are your OGs? Right. Do you have any OGs, bro? Who are your OGs? I gotta ask my OGs if they OGs is valid, because I need to know how they was acting back in the day. I know you be talking to OGs in the club, OGs be trying to rap to you, da-da-da-da-da, and then you gotta go ask your OG if they valid. It's my, that nigga was corny back in the day. I'm about to fuck with him.
You're not about to do business with him?
Yeah, so y'all gotta reevaluate who y'all hanging around as friends, OGs. Yeah, y'all gotta figure it the fuck out, bro. And if you're in that group and you're quiet and you see all this shit going on, it's either you say some shit or you just get the fuck out of that group, bro. Cause that shit's weird. That's a weird ass personality traits to have, I guess you could say. It's just
Especially
overly
taking
weird.
direction from an old head that you definitely know you already doing way more than he ever did. Don't do that. Come on, hey, don't disrespect me like that.
Yeah, if your old
You
head's 45, pushing like late 40s, bro, and he still has a girlfriend, we have to talk, bro. We have to talk.
come on, bro.
What is going on?
Your old head telling you to do the most creative shit in the world. I will say though, females need an old head. Not necessarily an old head meaning guy, but like an older companion that could be a female too or a guy. They just tell them how things go. Because there's a lot of old heads, at least I feel like when we was coming up, that was giving game to guys on how to, you know what I mean, finesse females, but there really wasn't no one looking out for the general woman, you know, like girl
Mm-hmm.
coming up. Like these are things you need to look out for because this is how these niggas is coming.
And
And
I
I
feel
feel like
like,
there's a lot more of that now,
yeah,
but back then, I definitely don't think there was any of that.
I'm about to say now I feel like, they push the strong, empowerment, empowering women, and giving these different people that you could look up to as women. I think National Women's Day was a couple of weeks ago, I
Well,
think, or
this is
at the
the
start of
month.
March, or it's the month.
Yeah, the month.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, they do a better job of labeling and empowering women nowadays.
Right, for
Back
sure.
in the day, it was definitely like you was just popping ass and shit. So
That's crazy. You think that like upsets females? Like not necessarily the younger ones, or could be the younger ones, but like more so like younger adults. Like, why was it so okay for y'all to just necessarily just take this slap in the face?
I mean, I think some of the things that females do is for like they're with their friends. So like a lot of females dance with each other at the parties and shit like that. Like that's for them to do. You know what I mean? Like females do certain shit that's for
Right.
them.
Right, exactly. I
And,
agree.
and males take it to such a far that they think it's for them as well, and they try to do some
Yeah,
of that shit, and it's just
that's the
kind of like it's
uncomfortable.
a female thing.
Right. Yeah, you niggas is creepy.
And I'm about to say it makes it creepy, it makes it weird, and that's why some of females, what I mean, disassociate themselves with niggas. Like it's a weird time. It's a weird ass time,
It's
bro.
super weird and it's rough, especially if you a creep.
You has to be sitting in jail. You keep fucking
You're a
around.
creep. It's like you can go to jail for anything. You could be just
Prison
trying to
to
be
hell.
nice. Like even the old head. I'm saying my job. He just trying to be nice. She could have went right to HR. Boom, old head sexual harassment. You drawn.
Done, bro.
Like all he did was just, you know what I mean? Thanks, baby girl, helping out. However, that message was sent and how it was received, that's up to them too. But I'm just saying the dialogue I heard, and that joint was cringy. And I'm like, God damn, I don't think you could say that shit there.
And that's what I mean, bro. Like you can't. I mean, you definitely can't find a group of weird ass niggas that associate everybody together within their
Mhm.
group that are all fucking weirdos and creeps.
Right.
They might play it off well, but you're fucking
Yeah.
sleazeball. You're fucking
Y'all
weird,
niggas.
bro.
Right.
So it's just I don't know, bro. Like if you feel like it's cringy or it's weird, like you have to like get out of there, bro. And you're not that type of person. And
Yeah,
I know y'all niggas got your moms in y'all life. Y'all better start.
just leave. Right,
Yeah.
right. It's not cool. I know y'all niggas got a lot of cousins that are probably girls or something. Like just say like, yo,
Mhm.
I ain't feeling that. It's all right to just find a group of friends.
Yeah,
Or just tell your group of friends like how you feel. Maybe they'll just stop. I don't know.
absolutely. And now that we on this subject, and it's gonna be a nice little segue to go into. Not saying that he did do it. I'm not saying anything at all. I'm just saying it sounds kind of weird. The timing is off, but of course, we have to talk about DeShaun Watson and his 14 cases of sexual assault, or whatever the
Jeez.
14 cases might be. Um, I think with that case and hearing it, like the numbers throughout the week, like I said, this week's been very weird. It's had some good moments. It's just sports going on, trade deadline going on, but like with that shit was probably like the most like what the fuck, like what's going on, and the timing was just completely
I'm
off.
not gonna hold and I don't want to offend anybody, but when I seen that, I said, ain't no way.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way. First thing I thought was about that racist league, and I already spoke enough about.
Yeah.
I feel like how I feel in the league and their racist shit. But I'm, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
Yeah.
it needs to be, you know what I mean? Like, I I just definitely think the timing of it was way too accurate. I think this isn't being reported like how it was for say like Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. There's no journalists at all covering these stories. It's literally being directed by both attorneys. Um, so I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. And like I'm not I don't know Deshaun Watson. However, I feel like his character and what he carries himself as doesn't fit any of those modes. But I mean, I'm sure you could say that about a lot of people that are evil. I just don't think Deshaun Watson is this person that.
No, not at all. And like you said, like the timing's off, and the only time that I hear about it is when that number increases of cases that are against him, which is weird. Like, and I texted the group about this, and I said, wouldn't you think when he signed that big ass contract, that's when girls would come out because he signed a large amount of money, right?
Right, exactly.
And not saying and not trying to put a price on your emotions or your hurt or anything like that. And like you said, Rome, if we're wrong, we're wrong. We
Right.
can 3 weeks from now, if it comes out and that he did it, we'll talk about it. But for right now, I just don't see how it could happen, or like, I'm not gonna say how it could happen. It's just the timing is very, very weird. He's a black
Right.
quarterback. He plays football really, really good. Like, he's like, this guy's almost damn near a fucking stud. He came from Clemson. He does what he has to do, and then he's a franchise quarterback that now wants to get traded. He asked for a trade. There's all this shit going on, and where he's gonna get traded to, what's gonna happen, and now it's now you got 2 sexual assault lawsuits on your desk. Oh,
Right.
throughout the week, it's gonna keep on
And
increasing too.
and the thing is, which is so fucked up about this situation, right?
Mhm.
If it's real, then it's real, and there's nothing fucked up about it.
Yeah.
If it's fake, the fucked up thing about this is when we know the result of these allegations is going to be too late for Deshaun Watson.
Absolutely.
Only way it won't be too late is I feel like is if he stays on the Texans, and that's not what he wants. Because like think about this, like even him to just be trying to find a new team with that kind of baggage, I feel like they're just planting it on him. Like, all right, yeah, you could try to get out of here, but if you think you're about to be going to like, you know what I mean, like the Ravens or who's like a big contender team, you know what I mean, someone that needs a quarterback, like if you think this is what you're going to be doing, like think again. Your best bet may be the Jaguars now because, and I just feel like that's what the Texans are trying to do. They're just trying to add luggage to Deshaun Watson to take away from his character because
And
they can't take away what he does on the field.
like I said, it's a weird situation. Like the guy that's the lawyer or attorney that's against Deshaun Watson lives right next to like the owner. Some shit.
Yeah,
where he's
that's what I'm
connected to the
saying.
owner.
And the
It's
attorneys,
weird.
both attorneys are like in cahoots with one another.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Deshaun Watson's attorney came out and said like they found like false evidence against one girl. So now Deshaun Watson's attorney is saying that like he thinks everything's fabricated and that it's a lie. So I mean, this could go for a while. Like he might get signed to a team, and like that shit might be going on that entire time.
Right. And then that's when somebody come, well, because of the allegations, we don't know how much money you should be valued at, or if that decreases your net worth. You know, it's those little shit like that.
Or even be in the league.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
And it's weird because like you have people like Ben Roethlisberger. He's been charged with I think 3 times, or with rape or like sexual, somewhere in that ballpark too, where he's still here. And it's just it's just weird. Like Ray Rice, he's out of the league. Like of course, like they caught him in 4K, but like it's just weird shit. Like Michael Vick, like he goes to jail for like 7 months for what his cousin did for dogs. Not belittling dogs, but people are in the league just here, bro. Kareem Hunt was abusive to his girlfriend. Now he's back. So now with DeShaun Watson, it's kind of they're rating it as, oh, this is a touchy subject. So now it's going to suck to see because, like I said, he's a fucking stud of a quarterback. He does really, really good to see him out of the league. And I think it's going to get that far, bro. I truly think it's going to get that far.
The thing is, though, like this reminded me of that whole T.I. situation. You remember with the thing with T.I. and Tiny, how there was all these females coming out saying they were drugged and, you know what I mean, victimized while T.I. and them was on tour. And he came out, he spoke, he said, you know what I mean, what sexual business goes on in my bedroom is private and it should be private like that for everybody. And he was just saying like he's innocent, him and his wife are innocent, they didn't do anything wrong. But like these kind of things, first of all, the thing I see in common with these are, even R. Kelly and them too, is like they're not on time. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. Some valid, some are just personal. But a lot of these allegations never come on time. And that's something I talked about with my girl, because I was just saying too, like, it's a lot easier to follow these breadcrumbs had these crimes been reported when, you know what I mean, they felt when they had happened. Like DeShaun Watson did something to somebody in 2016 when he was at Clemson. You reported it, nothing happened. All right. You know what I mean? You got to find a different route now to report your case, but that is there. And that's stamped. It's going to stick there. And now, say we in the case we are today, 2021, somebody could look back at all these breadcrumbs and cases that were just shoved underneath the rug on DeShaun Watson. There wouldn't be any controversy, or we're waiting for next week's fucking episode to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I just think that's like the same case with like just the whole T.I. thing. Like all these females came out of nowhere talking about how T.I. did this and that to him when they was on his tour. They were underage and shit like that. And it's like, I'm sure they had their reasons for not reporting them or whatever they did, but had these been reported in a timely manner, again, once these allegations come up again, you have those breadcrumbs and you could look back at, all right, yeah, like people have been coming every 2 years, 2 or 3 females underage reporting T.I. Like, it's just little shit like that. And I just feel like because these things are so random and fucking just like, it'd be incidents that happened years ago, it's just hard to really hold anyone accountable.
Yeah, and to play devil's advocate, which I rarely do sometimes, but in this case, like I will. The other thing we also have to think about, like, you know, let's think about the side of he could have done it or he did do it type shit.
Right.
He, like I said, he was a stud. He played at Clemson. He was a star quarterback. I think they played in a national championship that year. So like, and you know how colleges work too. That nigga could have got away with anything. I mean, look at the Florida Gators team with Aaron Hernandez, the Pouncey team, like the Pouncey twins, Tim Tebow. Like that team was stacked. But you know, years later, you hear all this shit of what happened, what's going on, and these dudes are damn near halfway through their career in the NFL. So it's like they can keep burying this shit, but one slip up like fucks up everything.
Exactly.
So, like, someone in Clemson could have been like, you know, fuck it, you know, or the Texans could have been like, fuck it, we're not going to keep this shit underneath the rug. Like, we got you, da 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 da. And if it is like that, that's weird on the Texans' part for doing that. But I mean, it's like I said, it's touchy. It can't be weird because he's doing wrong. But it's like, it's weird because it's just the timing of it is fucking awful with this.
Yeah, it's terrible timing. And the thing is, though, that has to go into account because I didn't even think about that. If it is baggage that DeShaun Watson has been carrying behind closed doors for so long, like you said, the Texans should never built him up to this point. And now they want to flash these allegations now where he's like, I don't want to be in Texas anymore. All right, well, that's cool. Let's just air out your dirty laundry, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That shit is just as evil as the perpetrator. Because y'all knew these women have been violated. If this is true, you knew these women have been violated. They were victims. You were willing to keep that underneath the rug as long as DeShaun Watson provided for you what you wanted. And once that stopped, now these women can be felt. You know what I mean? Now we can share their stories. Now we can get them help. Now we can get them justice. No, like that's some evil shit to be doing this.
And you know, you can't. We're not going to relate to it, and we can't do nothing about it because they're playing with millions and millions of dollars. Like I said, they just signed this dude to a big contract. it was like a no trade clause going on. Now he wants out, and it's just weird. And we could talk about this the whole podcast, but yeah, man, just keep your eye out on that. And if the numbers keep growing, then I don't know, man. Like it's gonna get scary. Like this shit was at like 2 at one point. Now it's just at like it's at double digits. Like if it keeps going, I don't know. I don't know how much longer he'll be in the league. I don't know if they can swing it his way. Like it's just gonna be bad for him.
How much can the NFL like? What's next? Like, you know what I mean? Do we just go about our days? Is there a court for him?
And that's what I'm talking about, Rome. Because, like I said, he might get signed to a team. Let's say he gets signed to the Jets whenever start of the season. He'll probably play. And then, like, once everything gets funneled out, like, if he did do it, they'll probably pull the plug on it. But I think the NFL is just going to pull the plug off rip. Like, like I said, if that number keeps growing, they're going to, I think they're going to be like, no.
Right.
You're done. Type shit. Until, like, you guys figure out what the fuck's going on over there. So, I mean, like I said, bro, it just following weeks, man, just keep your eye out for DeShaun Watson and whatever's going on. This particular week of sports is gonna be crazy though.
Yeah, the Eagles got Joe Flacco.
It's a terrible pickup. It's a terrible pickup.
All right, I just want to throw that out there.
I can't say much as a Steeler fan myself, but that was a terrible pickup by the Eagles. I feel like they could do a lot better. I don't even think they should have traded Carsons. They ended up trading that dude for a can of Pringles. But I mean, hey, it's not my team.
I said it in the group chat. It was a trade. It was an official trade because they basically just traded the offensive coordinator with the Colts for Carson Wentz. That's what I feel like. I feel like they got.
I know the Colts is your team, but I truly think Carson would do very, very well with y'all. Y'all got a solid offense, and y'all defense is crazy. So who'll do good? Who'll do real good over there? As long as everyone stays healthy, and yeah, he'll do real good. But switching it up in sports, staying in the sports realm of everything. I think at the start of the week on Monday, or maybe even I forget which day it was, but LeBron ended up becoming a partner in the Fenway Sports Group, making him part owner of the Boston Red Sox.
That's hard.
I'm not sure like how huge to y'all that is, but to me, that's massive.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a city that's known for championships and known for slightly being a little racist. So it's just huge that Ron is doing these multiple things, and it's kind of with Jay-Z. Not to get off topic, he sold Tidal to I think Twitter or somebody like that. He sold Tidal.
Yeah, he did sell Tidal for like 3 times more it was worth.
And he sold half of his liquor company to Hennessy. Not to get off topic, but these dudes are huge, bro. Like they're making moves for after their careers. And I mean, Jay-Z's always been doing it, but I feel like Bron is really like, you know, I'm about to start, you know, putting my money where different things are. And I mean, he's done it back in the day for I think Liverpool. I think the soccer team.
Yeah, he did.
And yeah,
that's when he dropped them shoes, the collab. I was yeah, I remember that. That was motherfuckers back in high school.
Yeah, so Bron, shouts out to Bron, man, for getting that part owner of the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, that's big, Bron. And since we on basketball, like, can we just talk about how everybody who wants to win MVP just gonna get hurt, except for Giannis, because he's made out of fucking titanium?
Yeah, that was the other sad part that I was gonna bring up with following with Bron. These past like 3 years maybe have been really, really shitty because like we lost everybody. We lost basically everybody on that Warriors team that we wanted to see like play and ball out. The following year, nobody got healthy, and now I think that the following year was the bubble, and then the year after that, and Clay retore his Achilles or tore like his other something in his other leg.
Or his Achilles. I don't know if it was the same one or the opposite one. But to just come back, like have back-to-back season-ending injuries, like that's fucking, oh my goodness, that's a different kind of mental health. That, because you gotta think about just how bored these motherfuckers are. Like, your job is to play basketball. You can't play basketball, and the rest of the world is shut down because you're
and
injured.
and it's not like you're a normal player. Like
Right, right.
you're B tier, A tier players.
You're Clay
Like,
Thompson.
yeah,
You,
you're those niggas in the
you ain't
league.
roll your ankle at LA Fitness,
No.
and you had to quarantine for a year. You
Mm-mm.
tore your Achilles during a pandemic.
Hmm?
What the fuck? And we
Uh-uh.
already knew Clay. Like, we already knew he was smoking weed. What? What he's about to? They're not even testing for this shit. He. We ain't never seen doped up Clay. Since Clay been hurt, they passed weed. They not testing. No fans is in there. He don't got to worry about looking like no role model. This nigga could have been scoring 45 a game out there.
Off
Walk-
7 dribbles. Off 7
Off-
dribbles.
7. 7. 40 a game off 7 dribbles. Clay, yes. High as hell out there. JR would have had his best season. Let them niggas stop testing for weed. As soon as he retired.
It's sad, bro. It's sad, bro, because it's just not. I'm not gonna say it's not entertaining because like we know what the playoffs is gonna lead up to, and for like me being a fan right now, like I'm very very excited. But bro, yeah, it's just sad to see, bro. And the question I wanted to ask before like we segue again, how much weight do we give Giannis for winning these MVPs over and over again without winning a championship? How much weight do we give this dude? Are you over?
He don't get no more MVP. But I'm a strict bull. Like I didn't even want Ben Simmons to make it back to the All-Star game this year because he played the same way he played last year.
No, so I'm saying
I don't think that's.
Right, so let me reframe my question.
So,
if he wins the MVP again this year, right? That makes him 3P MVP. Listen.
He's the last.
He's a 3P MVP. How do we list this nigga and he hasn't gotten out what, the second round? Has he been to the third round?
Giannis don't know what a third round smell like.
I don't know. I don't know off top.
He got more MVPs than conference finals.
Can you flex?
Let me just say this one more time. Giannis wins MVP this year. He's gonna get it for being the last man standing. It says he's hurt. It says Wednesday he messed up his knee. It says Giannis is hurt. So that's one MVP down. Who else? Because honestly, here's what I think. Because once I see something happen too many times, I'm like, all right, there's a pattern going on. I'm thinking the playoffs is about to be on some whole next level shit. And all these motherfuckers is like, I'm done with this hooping shit. I just needed my all-star votes. I'm cool. I'm sitting out. When it's time to play real basketball, coach, sub me in. Get the rest of these 7 point, 12 point, 20, 30% shooters. Get these niggas ready. Because clearly I know what I gotta do. We haven't even seen Kyrie, James Harden, and fucking Kevin Durant play more than a basketball game together at the same time. And I damn sure know Steve Nash is planning that shit because he don't want you to watch fucking hours of film on these niggas on the court together.
Yeah, and that whole thing, like I said, we'll like. I'm gonna let y'all know now. The March Madness. If y'all want to hear about the March Madness and NBA trade deadline and like what we think, that's gonna be at the end of the podcast. Like, there's a lot, like, bro. There's a lot to speak about that shit. And yeah, bro, it's gonna get scary. Like I said, it's gonna be a good week for sports. It's gonna be a good ass week for sports. But I don't know, man. Listen, let me know how y'all feel about if Giannis wins this third MVP. How much weight do we give Giannis? You know, how much weight do we give this dude from now on? Like, if you can't win a championship, and it kind of looks like you're not going to win a championship with
I don't think so.
With the Nets, and then with the Sixers, I'm not going to speak as biased, but he beat the Sixers without Joel Embiid, and I think without Ben Simmons, and they barely did it. No, Ben Simmons was playing, but you beat the Sixers without JoJo. Barely. Y'all went to overtime. So like, I mean, we'll see, but yeah, we gotta start questioning some of these dudes that used to be nice. Like, we gotta start doing it. Like I peeped Russell started picking it up, so I'm gonna leave him alone for a little bit, but we gotta start questioning these dudes. So we got to.
I think we should. I think sports should be taken away because this shit is a privilege. You know what I mean? And honestly, as Americans, we don't deserve sports right now. Motherfuckers have been acting up, and it's been a lot of hate crime going on. And it's kind of like y'all, like the hate crime committers just switched to someone else. But I'm just talking about the shootings, especially the
It's,
one in Atlanta.
listen, white people, you guys are fucking weird. You guys are hella weird, and I can't even tell you to fucking figure it out because you guys had forever to figure it out, and you guys still are persistent as fuck. But I think us as Americans, we just need to fucking ignore y'all. And like the little brother being annoying as fuck, is just ignore the fuck out of y'all. Like you
I'm
guys,
scared.
like you guys fucking are a fucking disease. Like you guys are like the infected. Like you guys ruin
Can you
fucking
ignore these
everything.
people though?
I mean,
Because I feel like these are the type of people like there's little brothers and sisters you can ignore, and they'll get the message. But this little brother, I feel like you ignore this one, he's going to walk in the house with a fucking chainsaw. Like, you're not looking at me, bitch. You don't hear me over here.
I mean, you can't ignore them. I mean, you can only play it your way. I mean, with me, and like I always say this, like with me, I'm gonna have that pass because I'm white. I look
Right.
white, but fuck that
Right.
shit, bro. Fuck the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna ride because I know what it is. Half my family's fucking black, so it's like I can't relate with y'all, but I'm there for y'all at the same fucking time. White people
Bro,
are a fucking disease, bro. Like y'all
it's
ruin
about right
everything.
from wrong. Yeah.
Y'all ruin
It's
everything,
about
bro.
right from wrong at this. It's not even like this ain't even nothing you like, bro. It's this what I don't even know like how the fuck do you just where's the confidence at? Am I a bitch? Like I like these people really I'm these things I don't do a lot of these things because I'm scared of outcomes. And you know what I mean? Like, why would I want to bring a gun somewhere and
what I think it is
like
with those people, bro, is that they don't think, bro. They just do. Nothing gets processed. Nothing gets questioned. Nothing, bro. They see something that they don't like, they destroy it. If they see something they do like, they take it and claim it as their own. There is no
right.
different. It's either yes or no. Which one is it gonna be?
That shit so crazy. Like you just got up and just went out and just killed innocent people that had nothing to do with your everyday routine, with your everyday life. Like
How
you
old was the
lived your
guy? How old was he? Because there was like two of them. This week.
21. It says
Was that the one in
the one they
Colorado?
caught Robert. No, this is the one in Atlanta.
Okay.
The one in Atlanta they called a 21-year-old named Robert Aaron Long.
And that was the
And
Asian people, correct?
right, that was the
Okay.
Asian people. And then the one at Colorado that happened at the supermarket. He was a 21-year-old man too.
And so
His
okay,
name was
so you said
Ahmed Ali.
the one in Atlanta was how
I
old?
can't pronounce it. 21. They're both 21.
They're both 20 fucking one, bro. And I think I was talking to Dwayne and the homies last night on the game. I said, bro, I said at 21, like even right now, bro, I don't have the balls to pick up a gun and just go in the store and start killing
That's
people,
what I'm.
bro. And
That's
and
what I'm
and
saying.
and I'm always gonna say this. I don't know people's situations. I don't know what other people go through because everybody's road is different in this lifetime. Um, and like I said, we almost I think repeat ourselves all the time on this podcast. If you need help, bro,
Mm,
please go seek that shit. Like something's
right.
obviously wrong with you if you want to just pick up a fucking AR, take it somewhere, and just kill people. Like you're fucking sick. And we're not gonna use that in court to get you over. No, you're fucking sick, bro. Like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
we
wrong with you?
need. We. I don't. I. Is there? I just think we just need to just start deleting people.
I don't
Like
know.
there just needs to
I
be a
don't know.
standard. There should be a standard for a human being, regardless of your religion, your race. There should just be a living standard, like to live on this planet. Like we need planet laws. Fuck these smaller continental or you know what I mean country rules we have and laws and shit. Like fuck that. We need something for to abide by the whole planet.
See, but the thing is
Like you
though,
want to live
bro.
on Earth, you cannot date girls that are 8.
See, but
Like you're weird.
the thing
Delete.
about that though, bro, is that some of these places do a lot better than America, right? So not a lot of people
Yeah,
get out of
that's
the
true.
USA to experience any of this shit or to go different places and see how they act. And even when you go different places and people can tell almost immediately that you're from America. So they already have this stigma in your head no matter what no matter what you look like that you're an asshole. And it kind of sucks because the fucking US government are just assholes. They're bullies. They don't give a fuck. And then just the shit that they see that goes on in here is like, bro, like this is it the land of the free or are we just a fucking third world country at this point? Because that's what it seems like. Bro, it's so evil here, bro. And we had to chop the head off the snake, and you know, there's always two more heads, but we got Donald Trump up out of there. So let's just see how we can rebuild and how we can, you know, overcome this shit and see what comes of it. But yeah, like you said, like how can you go from hating so much of this and then switching it up and then immediately going somewhere else with it?
Mm-hmm.
Like white people
Right.
make no fucking sense at all. It's just weird,
It's
bro.
crazy, and I will say though they're getting better at not ignoring it no more. Because when I used to work at the mental health hospital, there was a young bull who went in there, a couple of them, and they started like right before I left. They more so was suspending kids and like seeking them attention when they would do these outbreaks. You know what I mean? Like real draw and shit. Like before somebody used to wild out, it was not looked at. It was just like, oh, this is temper. This kid has a temper. You know what I mean? We gotta get this under control. He might need therapy, whatever. Like anger management, whatever. Put him
Yeah.
in a little classroom, talk to him about his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, like they're literally suspending kids for like how they talk to each other on the game. Like the one bull was in there, fucking. He's in a mental health hospital because he was arguing with kids online, like on Xbox, and he said some crazy shit like I'm gonna shoot you or something. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they sent his ass right to the hospital. The kids told their parents whatever. The parents told the school. The school told the bull's parents, and it was like they sent him up to the hospital because these are things your behavior is too repetitive. It's not like you said this
Mm-hmm.
one time and y'all was all laughing about it. You act this way, and that's what I'm saying. These people in 21 is young, but these are behavior tendencies that have been ignored since you know what I mean they were 6 years old.
Yeah, and my mom was telling me something the other day, like about like younger kids and you know just having children and youth come and shit like that. Like nowadays, like I mean back then it was pretty big, but I feel like nowadays, bro, that shit's like real, bro. Uh, like you need to
Mm-hmm.
start teaching your kids like what's going on. And right now, I just thought about how if you had a kid back in 2015, like that little nigga is like 6 or 7 now. So like
Right.
that shit's crazy. So it's kind of like you
These
need to,
motherfuckers is getting old.
yeah, like let's teach our kids, like let's break this cycle of bullshit and actually teach our kids shit. You know what I mean? Let's teach them real shit. And when you said that most of these white people are noticing shit now, it's because they have to. You've been on lockdown for a whole year pretty much. You're gonna see this shit. Like you're not living your normal life. You
Even
work from home. Like you're gonna see this now.
even the shit with the school shooters, that shit, like the little stigmatism, like, oh, he gonna shoot the class up. That shit been an ongoing joke about white boys way before school shootings.
Mm-hmm.
Way before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that temperamatic attitude that is just ignored. Like you see it all the time in movies or TV shows or even in public. White boys going crazy on their moms and shit. Like, whoa. You know what I mean? It's that kind of shit.
Is
Continue.
but but
Like when
some jokes contain a little truth though.
bro, young bulls going up in their room, not talking to their parents till the next day. Like niggas taking bombs to schools, and you got the mom talking, I don't go in my son's room. This
like,
nigga say he
like
hates you every day, and you don't go in his room.
Communicating with him, bro.
Right.
Like not even communicating, and just some people just like, oh, my kid hates me. Why don't you talk to him? Figure out what's wrong. Like, are you not showing him enough love? Like, let's figure it out. Like,
and I will say,
it's weird, bro.
Parents can be lame. If you're a parent, you could be lame. You the shit that you liked as a kid could be driving your young boy crazy.
Yeah.
And that's just how I gotta put it. It's just some things that you have kids and they're nothing like they're the complete opposite. You may have a mom or a dad that loves reading. He loves nature. Let me show you outdoors. Let me give you a book. Your young boy don't like that shit.
Hey,
and you just keep putting them there. They just going fucking insane.
Listen, bro, you could be the star running back in high school and did all this shit and got all these accolades, and your son might just want to be a fucking scientist. It is what it is. Don't pressure little motherfucker into some shit that you did back in the day that you want him to relive through him.
Right.
Let him do what he gotta do.
Now he hate his life because you forced him to be a football player.
Yeah. Like,
and now he going to draw.
And like I said at the start of the podcast, man, it's been a weird fucking week, bro. It's been a very, very weird week.
But like even the joint with Colorado, when I was reading, like he used to wrestle back in high school, and his teammate said the one time he got kicked out of practice because he lost a match, like they were scrimmaging or whatever. He lost a match and he just started yelling and cursing people out, and he was like he would kill everyone. That's what the guy said. That the shooter, what's his name? I forget, the guy from Colorado, Lisa.
Yeah.
But basically his teammates were saying like he was always known as one of them kids with a real short fuse. And that right there just goes to show you like, bro, these people need help way before we even say they need help. And like, believe me, you need help before you act out. You don't cut your wrist and then need help. You needed help before you did that shit.
And that ties into the whole male-female thing. Like, if you're in a group of friends, bro, and you see some weird shit, bro, it's either you try to help out or you don't. Like, that's what I mean. Like, say something, or
you got to.
Like, don't do nothing at all. Like, I don't know, bro. But
you got to do one of the. You got to say something. If you're uncomfortable, if you fuck with it, then you fuck with it. Stay with it, regardless if it's good or bad. That's just how I'm gonna put it. But if you don't fuck with it, you got to say something or leave, because once this shit blows up, you're gonna be tied to it.
Yeah.
Bull could be a creep or a temper, whatever, angry his whole fucking life, but you fucked with him and you never really tried to hold him accountable, get him help or nothing like that. So now your angry ass friend went and shot up a supermarket.
Yeah. And
don't stop affiliating with him now.
Yeah, you gotta disconnect yourself quick, bro. Like, I'm talking like years, months prior. Like, don't wait until the last minute when you see like it's about to explode and then try to cut ties, because niggas is gonna look at you and be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why ain't you? And that's what I mean.
You know this nigga. You know him better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And niggas ain't gonna give a fuck that he was nice to you. And that's and that's kind of the other thing. Like, some people, some kids do have like that breaking point where they just snap. Other kids do pick on them to the point where they do snap. But you just like teach your kids to be kind and courteous, man. Like, not everybody gotta be an asshole, bro.
Parents gotta stop being all the above. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you are a parent. Yes, you want them to do good, but sometimes it is good to see your parent care about your mental health more than society. Like, all right, yeah, you want your kid to go to school. I get that. But maybe a young boy skipping school because he's getting picked on. Instead of making him feel terrible for skipping school for being picked on, sit down and try to figure out, you know what I mean, what ways we can make this work. Because if you get picked on for some things, there's going to be things you just can't change. But a kid's not going to know that. Like, if somebody's getting picked on for having a big ass nose and what they think is best to do is just skip school because they know they're going to get made fun of their nose, you can't blame a kid for thinking that. We know the world's going to move on. But that person, that feels like their whole life, they're stuck in this moment. So just being able to talk to somebody and just let them know, like, yo, this shit, like, you're just give them that hope. Like, this shit's not gonna be forever. This young boy gonna get struck by lightning or something terrible because of his karma. You do not need to go out here and like draw. Like,
and this and
I don't know. It just
us
sucks.
us talking like we don't even have kids. Like and we know, you know what I mean? We know what goes on because we were kids. So don't forget like how it was.
Right.
Okay? Don't forget how you felt in certain situations. Ask. You gotta ask questions. Like I always tell my little brother and little sister, I'm not a mind reader. Okay? You got an issue, come tell me. You gotta make people feel comfortable to come and ask you questions. Because some people
Right.
think you
That's
just
true.
you an asshole, or they don't feel confident enough to come talk to you because they got you on a higher pedestal. Like, you come right to me whenever you want. And that's why me and Rome always say, like, there's always an issue. Come, hit us up, or, go ask your friends. Like, we trying to give
Right.
you that confidence. So, I mean, if you are a listener that are going through some of these things, like you gotta speak up, home. Like, you only get one life. Like, this is a one-way ticket, homie. You ain't this ain't a round trip. You're not coming back. So you gotta bang
At
out while you
all.
can.
And especially if you're not happy with where you at with things, bro. Talk to
Mm-hmm.
somebody, figure this shit out. Because there's no reason for anybody to be fucking 18, 19 years old and they just feel like, damn, like they can't put up with something. And it's like, bro, this shit all is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in life is temporary. Like, all this shit interchanging. The shit you got on, the chair I'm sitting in, the walls behind us, all this shit is going to change in a couple years. It may not be 1 year, maybe 2 years or whatever, but at the end of the day, ain't nobody in no situation forever.
Yeah. Like, and
It don't
and
matter what it is or where you at.
your situation could change quick too. Like at a drop of a dime, you just got to switch shit up.
Right.
Like, I mean, everything's gonna take time.
You gotta be
Obviously,
there for it.
yeah. You got to
Right.
start now to do it.
Do you go ahead?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you do you watch $1 Million Worth of Game?
I do.
The joint
I
with Gillian
do.
Waller?
I do, and I don't. And when I say that, I
Right.
mean I follow both of them on Instagram, so like I'll see like snippets and shit of it. But yeah, not really.
But you just don't watch it like right when it dropped.
Yeah, I don't watch it right when it drops. No.
Yeah, that's how I don't watch them right when they come out, but like I always try to keep up with them. So like I might binge watch, like, a few of them while I'm at work or whatever, listening to them. But they just did one with Lil Yachty, and I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like that one might have been like the best one I've seen or like listened to that they ever did. And seriously, like a lot of young adults need to tap in, because I know there's a lot of older people that really listen to like Gillian Wallow and shit, like people in their 30s and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely if you don't even like them or like you just want to try them out, I would recommend listening to the Lil Yachty one. Super informative, like they were just real from the start. And even Lil Yachty himself, he more so piloted the conversation because he just knows, because Lil Yachty went for like young millennials and shit like that. So
Yeah.
he just knows what people need to talk about and what needs to be heard that isn't being shared by a lot of people. And basically just, being yourself, and if you need help getting that help is something he talked about a lot too, and like financial literacy and stuff like that too.
And that was past week's episode.
Yeah, I think it came
Okay.
out this week or whenever. I don't know. It was the last one they dropped though on Spotify. But yeah, that Lil Yachty went crazy. He drops a lot of gems in there.
I'm gonna
For
have to
sure.
add it to rotation. It's kind of weird because podcasts have turned into like almost TV shows type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, like where you watch them every week or listen to them every week type of thing. So
Real
it-
shit. That's
it's
really
funny.
how it be.
Yeah.
I be listening to people's podcasts though for the promo codes. But we don't got them Jones here. So if you a promo code Hunter, kick rocks.
I mean, soon we might have some. Might have some
We
soon.
do have one promo code called yeah.
It's called getting your money up so you could date chicks with fake tits and tummy tucks.
That just reminded me. I had some Freddie. I've been having some Freddie Gibbs in my rotation.
What?
some Conway the Machine.
What?
Is that what it is? Yeah, bro.
What?
Yeah, I've been listening to him. Yo, I fucks with it. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely what I expected.
Of course.
But it's better than what I expected, if that made sense.
You just, I don't know, like with those rappers, it's just something that you have to sit down and listen to for yourself. Like when somebody somebody really can't hype like Freddie Gibbs and Benny up.
Right.
You can't hype them up.
You can't. It's like nigga, these niggas got bars. But yeah, it's their sport, I would hope. Like, you know what I mean? That's like telling somebody, nigga, what? Bradley Beal? That nigga can shoot. All right.
Yeah, so I mean,
that nigga,
definitely some people.
Them shits is real fucking good pieces of music, bro. Like production, the melodies, the motherfucking samples on there. It's what I expected because that's like that rap. You know what I mean? That's they rap that they do, and it's like the rap that like older people listen to, like my dad and cousin and shit like that. You know what I mean? Not them right now. They don't listen to them now. But they did listen to Freddie Gibbs like early 2000s and shit like that, or just like a bunch of gangsta grill shit like that. Super Dipset vibes.
Super bars. Super fire. I mean, he got nominated for a Grammy. So, I mean, there's some sort of like, he has to be good, you know? So.
I didn't make my way to the Nas joint yet, but I just wanted to let you know I definitely tapped in with them. Because I was watching the Etc. joint with KD's podcast, the Etceteras. I listen to that sometimes, and they was talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking do it because
they be talking.
It wasn't even because of Kevin Durant. It's just because Kevin Durant re-said the shit you've been saying to me about these niggas, and I'm like, all right, bro, let me just fucking put this shit on.
You just gotta go listen. Like I said, you really can't hype niggas up like that. Like, how can I hype them up? Like I can spit you a bar and you be like,
don't know.
Like I could give you a bar and you be like, okay, like yeah, like of course, like that's what they do. Right. So I mean, yeah.
Benny the Butcher, yeah, them niggas was snapping. I got my pager back. What? I don't know what he said. He said, "You gonna cry in that Toyota or this Maybach?" Yeah, nigga Benny the Butcher, he be snapping.
Be fucking snapping, bro. Yeah, shouts out to the whole Griselda, man. Freddie, they doing their thing, man. They doing their thing.
I had no idea. I thought Griselda was a individual person.
No, Griselda's all of them. Is Benny, Conway, and damn, can't think of his fucking name. Benny, Conway.
Ooh, it's not West Side, is it?
West Side Gun. Yup. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But since we're on rappers, and it's one of the topics I wanted to talk about. So my man went from being divorced 1 week to now becoming the richest black man in U.S. history with an estimate net worth of $6.6 billion. Give it up for Kanye West. Give it up for Kanye West.
Is that enough to heal a friendship?
What friendship?
The J one.
I feel like they cool, bro. I feel like they cool.
It's just not on camera.
I feel like it's like a yeah, maybe it's that, but I feel like it's a yo, do you still fuck with Kanye? Yeah, I do. Like it's kind of like I gotta claim you type thing. Like we've been friends for so long that I have to claim you. Mm-hmm. And it's like I know you're doing fuck shit.
So you think Jay respects him more?
For what? Having that net worth?
I don't know. Like, didn't they have a whole falling out because he was fucking with Drake and Kanye ain't like Drake and all that?
I don't think Jay-Z partakes in shit like that.
Oh.
Like we're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like that's like black top tier like queens and king type shit. Like them two are like top.
Aubrey about to be partaking in a whole lot of Kardashian. Yo, did you see the thing about his lyrics? They was like saying it was Bro, these
Who
Drake
said he
fans are
hasn't
fucking
already?
crazy.
He probably already did.
I don't. He probably did. However, bro, what song was it? Was a Drake song. I gotta write this shit down more often. They said the nigga gave the directions from
Yeah,
his
no,
house
when he
to
said
Kim K's house.
when he said I creep down the block, yeah, made her right,
Yeah.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Nigga, they pulled the maps up and everything.
It don't matter now. He's divorced and he has 6.6 estimated net worth. He don't give a fuck.
Does money fix that? I
We're
don't think he liked it to begin with.
We're talking about Kanye West. There's multiple things that he needs to fix other than his relationship with Kim K. From standing outside the box.
That's so fucking crazy.
With him, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna congratulate him for getting that far.
Yeah.
Taking Adidas to the top. I feel like without Kanye, Adidas wouldn't be shit. I feel like they wouldn't be a competitor with Nike. So shouts out to Ye for just like fucking carrying Adidas on his back.
What else was hard that Adidas dropped? Like Jeremy Scott's and Pharrell's?
Just think about it.
I think Pharrell's was too hard to grab.
Yeah, but like Kanye just does it better than everybody you just named.
He does. No, I was just trying to think of like what other powerhouses they had.
Yeah,
on their platform.
So you take Kanye out of that equation, and you just got Pharrell and Jeremy Scott versus Nike. And Nike has everyone.
Yeah, they got everybody. They got a mob. Adidas got to do something else, bruh. They fucked up the bag with Shy. Because what that boy Shy doing with the Chucks and Converse, them ball shoes, is different. I swear they're not paying attention for real. They not.
You do like Chucks.
What? I don't like Chucks.
Yeah, you do. You used to put them on your mind player all the time. Say you didn't. Say you didn't.
I might have.
You ain't used to put Chucks on your
mind. The new Jones. You talking about the new ones? The new Chucks?
Nigga, I ain't talking about the 1970s.
I thought you were talking about the Larry Birds. I got mad as fuck. I'm not wearing no shoe Larry Bird ever hooped in.
Nigga, you know what I'm talking about.
But nah, yeah, the Chucks is tough. Yes, yeah, I like them. Yes.
Okay, don't try to make me look bad on
you right.
Fucking
that was on me. Nah, yeah, you're right. I was wearing the Converses on 2K because what Shy is doing with them Jones is super. It's cold. Like he got like these fucking crazy ass colorways with like these free gum bottoms. Like, oh my gosh, they're icy and everything. He's just an icy bull.
There's a lot of things you could do, bro. It's just people just look at the name brand. I feel like we're in the age where like name brand shit ain't really like it, because like a lot of people like get into like thrifting and all this other shit and just creating their own shit to where it's like whatever. And some of this shit
you don't want to be with the popular thing no more.
Yeah, you don't want to look like someone else. So you create your own shit.
You don't want to go to Duke.
There you go. Point
That's literally what I feel like. Like you don't want to go to Duke, nigga. Nigga, you going to Duke? The fuck wrong with you, nigga? You supposed to go to fucking Harrisburg Community College, bitch. Like,
never go to Hack.
Yeah, not for sports. Go to Hack for something serious.
What you can go there for basketball? Yo,
no, don't go there.
Yo, there's always this like on. Serious. Yo, there was always like, I don't know if you heard it, but there was always like this like ongoing joke. Like, what if Hack had a football team?
First of all, if Harrisburg had a collective like college team and Harrisburg niggas could hoop on that.
That's what I'm saying.
And if it was cool, if it worked, they'd be elite. They'd be elite. He was able to grab niggas from Stilton and East and CD and the Hannah and the High. And you was like, you know what? You graduated high school. Let's put you here. Mm-hmm. Niggas would be elite. Mm-hmm.
I think they'd go undefeated.
They would.
I think they would go undefeated, go to the championship, and then Eagles would come aside and niggas start fighting.
Harrisburg would be so much bigger than what it is if they had that. Or even a post-grad school. There's no one graduates in fucking Harrisburg. You don't get these niggas on the team again post-grad, let them run it the fuck up. That'd be crazy. How many niggas didn't walk or didn't play a sport in college? that could have, they would have just stayed another year.
Could have been hoopers.
Like, oh yeah, you ain't walk, no big deal. You just ran the ball for 2,000 yards. Put you here.
Your high school career wasn't shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, right. Niggas be having the craziest accolades, especially when I was growing up. No recognition. I'm like, how?
And when we were young,
or if they did, it was like mid. Well, yeah, or if they did, it was like mid-major, or real low, and it was because of how small the city was. And then niggas start showing out, and now everybody gets like, not everybody, but the recognition is way better than what it used to be.
But I'm saying, like, when we were young bulls, like the athletes that we grew up on, like the hometown hero type niggas, like, bro, they were crazy to us. Like, yo, like these niggas.
It was really hometown heroes.
No,
I don't know if young bulls look at them like that no more. Like, I don't know if young bulls that are like freshmen or like 8th graders look at like the seniors and shit like, damn, bro, this is the shoes I gotta fill, or like, you know what I mean? Like, this is how so and so carried himself. I gotta move. Like, I feel like these niggas is lame. Like,
I don't know how you felt your freshman year going to the Hannah, but my freshman year going to East, bro, I felt like I was seeing grown ass men walk the hallways, bro. And like when I got to 12th grade, like I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like I was a grown ass man.
All right, I'll share this. So my freshman year, I had, I think it was 2 lunches on my schedule or some shit like that. And there was like, if there's any problems with your schedule, but I wasn't supposed to. It was like an error in my schedule. I was supposed to just go to the guidance office, but where the guidance office was my freshman year was at the end of the senior hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And like they changed that around. It became like this workshop hallway with like all these little extracurricular classes now. And they moved the guidance office, and it's probably because of my situation. Well, I ain't tell nobody, but somebody else probably told them. I didn't go down there to get my schedule changed. I was fucking scared. You got these big ass grown men walking around, motherfuckers charging their EMs and shit up in the hallways. I'm like, you know what? 2 lunches is actually cool. What kind of lame ass nigga am I? What the fuck wants more class? So I just rocked with it for a few days. And then teachers called on. They were like, why are you in the cafeteria? Because I was a freshman. These teachers don't really know me. I'm just tall. They're like, why are you still here? Like in the cafe, I have 2 lunches. You're supposed to go to the guy's office to get that changed. All right. I tried that. So,
well,
you want to fix my schedule? You can.
You win some, you lose some.
But yeah, that's basically how it was for me. It was real intimidating. And like just the way niggas carried themselves was super different. But then too, you gotta take into account there's a lot more stereotypes and shit like that people follow that don't have no weight nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if niggas didn't have to dress or move a certain way, a lot of people would be considered less intimidating. Like you see certain things and you're like, oh, all right, well, this is some kind of status. But nowadays, nobody has a status. Like you could be an 8th grader with 2 sleeves. That don't mean shit, except for you got tatted. back when we was in 8th grade, you got 2 sleeves, nigga. You got that shit off the muscle. You earned that. This nigga.
Where's your parents?
Right, that's a wild move. Nowadays, it's like, all right, you just got 2 sleeves. Who's your artist? Like that shit. And that's really what it is now. Like it's different. And I don't know if people do that. Like, do freshmen look up to seniors and like, damn, he's tough at ball. Like, I want to be just as good, better than him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be filling in his spot. Like, even with jerseys, like I feel like young bulls don't got no respect. Like, you're weak as fuck wearing number 3 for who are you? You're not number 3. Like, that shit don't hold no weight. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when we was coming up, certain niggas was wearing certain numbers, and you had to be, if not better, close to that bull to even want this number. Like you're not going to want to wear number 5 if you're not like that. You know what I mean? Now you got niggas sitting on the bench wearing number 4. You don't sit on the bench at the hand and wear number 4. It's just certain things, but it's like the culture wasn't passed down, I guess, or like, you know what I mean, honed in. Like I don't know how your coach had it, but he had like, well, you play football, so it was different too. Like you can't really scrimmage older guys without dying. But we used to scrimmage like alumni and shit like that. And they'd just tell us and be real and just keep the game legit with us and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're not wearing 22. Come on, you gotta get some.
Yeah,
They keep it real with you.
I feel you. And with me with high school and sports, I really didn't play. I played freshman football and then I played senior football. So like I technically didn't play at all for real. I was just on the team my senior year. I fucking rode the bench. I was just there. You know what I mean? I was just there.
Yeah, I know a bunch of niggas that did that shit last year in high school.
Yeah, and then I played freshman baseball. So like I didn't play a lot of sports. I regret it, yeah, but I was just I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I wish I would have did more, but I definitely feel you where you say like wearing certain numbers is kind of like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like you need
because you were aware of high school sports though in the area. You wasn't some dweeb that was just you know what I mean. So you wasn't about to just
bro. I used to be at y'all games when y'all played McDevitt front row like this.
Yes,
let's go. I came.
That's what niggas. That's what niggas look forward to on the weekends. Like I don't think high schooler. I mean, you can't really because of the pandemic and shit. But like even before that, like I don't think motherfuckers back then who were seniors in 2020, like motherfuckers wasn't hyped to see the Hannah play McDevitt, or if they was, it wasn't shutting down the city.
And
nigga, what?
The thing I realized with high school sports now, and I don't know if it's just basketball. Well, no, football too. A lot of these kids, bro, are fucking like rated. Like it's like 3-star, 4-star niggas that are in the area.
Oh, that's like, basketball too. You got
and I feel like did we have that back in the day? Like was anybody on the Susquehanna team rated
in the country? Like not as high as these motherfuckers are.
Bro, like these little motherfuckers.
I never played basketball. These niggas be top 50 in the country.
Yeah,
they be the one young boy, he transferred to Sierra Canyon from like Trinity.
Chance.
Bro, right? they like that.
And there's another young bull that plays for Central Dolphin too. That's like that. He's rated.
Oh, Malachi Parks.
Yeah. Was
Malachi Palmer? I think.
Oh no.
Malik Palmer. Something. I think
it might
be a young boy though.
Yeah, he's rated though. Like
my man Kyle be working him out. They like that. But like that's what I'm saying. These young bulls are good. And I'm not taking nothing away from them that are talented and they earn. You know what I mean? Because they're going to get what they deserve at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course.
But did everyone get what they deserved coming before them? That's really what my thing is. You know what I mean? And maybe, yeah.
I mean, some niggas made it.
There's people that were good before this, right? Like, nah, bro. It's super different. Like, it's super different.
Yeah, no, I feel like if we were in this day and age and y'all basketball team that y'all had, I feel like some of y'all's lives would be different in today's day and age.
100%.
Yeah.
Everybody on my team's life would be different if they played today's basketball, and not even from skill perspective, just alone social media. Like we didn't have that. Niggas, like we didn't have somebody on our team just making highlight tapes. And that's just, and it's not because I played basketball in the fucking 90s. It's just because of how slow, like, production the Hannah was. Like, people weren't doing that for you. Like, you know what I mean?
Y'all were a small
free
school.
Willingly. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, free willing. Like, nowadays, you could hit somebody up there, come in. You know, you got people all over the place. Oh, yeah, I'll make a highlight tape. I'll come in. I'll record all your games. That's just easy to find nowadays. Back then, that shit was hard to find. You knew like there was like 1-2 people in the city that was just known because that's all they did was carry a camera around.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can go on anyone's IG page, have them come, you know what I mean, hook you up and shit like that. Or it was like word of mouth. Life.
I think the one person that I could give a huge shout out to is Raw Sports. Raw Sports was definitely he was always at the high school games in our area. He was always there. So shouts out to him for trying to like, you know, push young men forward, even though like I think on the
forefront,
his platform was never small, but I feel like it's grown over the years of him being that.
I feel like him being in a small city held him back because he was definitely on the front of things way before everybody else caught up to him, and that's just in our area. In the country, he was probably, you know what I mean, competing with a lot of people doing what he was doing. Especially more so in the 2010s and up. But however, just coming from Harrisburg, that motherfucker, he was in his own lane for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we can wrap it up with March Madness, and we could talk a little bit about the trade deadline, and then we could just wrap up the podcast. So I'm gonna ask you, because how you been keeping up with the March Madness, or like you just been like on and off?
Somewhat. I've been on and off with it. I watched the conference more so.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to see who won like the ACC and shit like that. But after that, I've been like catching little small games like Baylor because I knew they were going to win. Shit like that. This Illinois game.
So I was gonna go through West, East, South, Midwest, and I was gonna ask you about the Sweet 16, like who you think we're gonna win. Like, so I was gonna go through each game and just like just ask your predictions, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so we got our first game, which is in the West bracket, is Gonzaga and Creighton. Who do you think's gonna win out of that? Gonzaga's the first seed and Creighton's the fifth seed. Think Gonzaga's gonna pull it out?
Gonzaga.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The next game in that is USC and Oregon.
USC and Oregon.
And they previously beat the higher seeds. USC the game prior played Kansas, and Oregon played Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And USC beat shit down Kansas's leg.
I don't know. See, it's diff because Iowa's a good ass team. I don't know. I ain't been keeping up with Kansas as much, but I do know Iowa had Player of the Year contender in a hell of a season.
They beat them by 15.
One of the best seasons they've had in history. Taking Iowa. I'm taking Oregon.
Oregon? Okay.
No, so Oregon, yeah.
That's the West bracket. For the East bracket, we got number 1 Michigan versus number 4 Florida State.
Florida State.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You taking the upset on that one?
I'm taking Florida State.
Okay. So the next game is number 11 UCLA versus number 2 Alabama.
UCLA.
Yeah, I like. Even though I haven't been watching this, I like UCLA a lot. I
like Bama with Emmanuel. Not Emmanuel quickly. The bull from Jelly Fam turning his whole little season around and shit like that. He's playing a lot better. Because I think he transferred. He was playing somewhere else. And then he transferred to
his name Shackleford? Jaden?
No, it's a guard.
John Petty?
Like are you looking at Alabama?
Yeah. Javion?
You make me sound like a nut right now. Hold on. Wait, what's the last name?
I don't know how to pronounce their last names.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
With a Q.
Yep.
Queerly or quick, something like that.
Yeah, number 13.
Yeah, he's the one turned the season around. He's having a great year.
Bro, he's averaging 12.7. He's shooting 48 from the field. He's hooping. Huge shouts out to him.
Damn, he only had 12.7. I thought he was averaging more than that.
I mean, it's college, Niggas rarely be out there fucking hooping. I ain't gonna say rarely, but there's some
the way they was talking about him. Damn, I thought this nigga was.
All right, so that was the East bracket. Now we're on the South bracket. Yo, Villanova always finds their way back in this shit, bro. Yo, like, does Jay Wright, like, does he just, like, coach everybody to fuck up to, like, fucking be winners, bro?
Jay Wright is an evil genius. He's not even an evil guy. He's a nice guy. Cool.
But they play Baylor.
Right.
So
they're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose that one?
Yeah, I got Baylor. 100%.
Okay. And then we have number 3 Arkansas versus number 15 Oral Roberts. And Oral Roberts beat
Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
I got Oral Roberts going to the FF.
You think oh shit. You got him beating Baylor?
Oral Roberts.
Don't yell Oral Roberts into the microphone like that. So we're on the Midwest brackets. This is the last bracket. We have
Oral
number.
fucking Roberts, bro. I can't believe that's a school.
Hey, they made it. They made it to
Niggas-
March Madness. They're litty.
They're D1. Niggas signed them like I'm going to Oral Roberts.
Yo, don't get that close to the fucking microphone, dog.
Niggas is drugs,
I have
bro.
in headphones. Like you're in my ear. Relax.
Heard you.
Okay. So we're on the Midwest bracket. We have Syracuse, which is number 11. Then we have number 2, Houston. Who's winning that?
Houston.
Houston. Okay. And then we have number 8.
Coach of Syracuse is he coaches his son. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's super random.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
The next game over on the other side is number 12 Oregon State versus number 8 Loyola. I don't know how to pronounce that college's name.
What is that music? Yo. Yeah, stop.
So we have Oregon State versus the Chicago team that has like that woman that she like says prayers.
Loyola Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Loyola Chicago.
It's gonna I don't know who's gonna win, bro.
Wait, so who did Baylor play? They play Arkansas or Oral Roberts?
Baylor plays Villanova.
Oh, Baylor plays Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
So who's Oral Roberts playing?
They're playing Arkansas.
Oh yeah, Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the final 4 then, or the final 8, right?
Final 8. Yeah, I got my final 4. Syracuse, Florida State. I'm trying to think who I picked for the first one. Gonzaga. No, Florida State is in the Gonzaga jump. Who beat Iowa?
In Gonzaga, it's Creighton, USC, Oregon.
Yeah. So yeah, Gonzaga, Florida State, Oral Roberts. I need one more. Syracuse.
You think Oral Roberts is just gonna go blow past everyone? All right. You heard it here first. That's Rome's take. Oral Roberts is winning the whole damn shit. We're out here. Final 4.
Bro, Oral Roberts in the Final 4?
I think you just like saying the fucking name.
Whose bracket is Loyola Chicago in?
They are in. I think they're in the Midwest.
So they might have to play Oral Roberts in the Elite 8.
I think so, yeah.
All right, yeah, I got Loyola Chicago in my Final 4. I don't know though. I might have to take the war.
We'll see. I mean, they all play Saturday, and next week we'll talk about it, and we'll see if your predictions were right. So now we could talk a little bit real quick about the NBA trade deadline. It's gonna happen tomorrow on the drop of the podcast. So I'm actually kind of sick because I had to go look at the dates to see where it fell, and I thought the day we recorded was the day like where it was like gonna happen. But I'm actually kind of sick. I have to wait.
Like it was gonna drop later today.
Yeah, I'm very anxious. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very anxious of what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think it's make or break time.
Yeah. I don't think y'all make any more moves for the Sixers. I think
You don't
the Sixers
think-
are
you
done
don't
making
think we
moves.
move?
If anyone else,
No.
y'all good where y'all at. It's too dangerous of a game. Like
I got us picking up.
it's too dangerous out here.
I got us picking up 3 people. 3. My
Who
3
y'all
people
getting rid of?
We'll probably end up getting rid of like Danny Green, Terrence Ferguson, Mike Scott, because they hold most of the money that we're going to be able to match with people.
Okay.
So I only got 3 people that I think the Sixers are going to grab tomorrow. The first option is going to be Kyle Lowry, right? If that can't happen, you go get Lonzo Ball if he's still available. Third option will be George Hill. That's like your lesser of the 3 that you go for to fill that.
So you're thinking they getting a guard.
Yeah, I think they'll go guard. I really like the Lonzo Ball pick if they could do it, because he's an actual point guard that can shoot. He can pass the ball. Ben can go do whatever the fuck he wants to go do. They can switch hands at the helm of dribbling the basketball. So I mean, I feel like that would be dope. You get rid of Danny Green, so now your starting lineup consists of Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, and Joel Embiid. I feel like that's an outstanding starting five. So even if you do trade, let's say, you do trade Matisse, right? You still got that defense kind of with Lonzo. But if you do keep Matisse, that's even a plus side, because now you have two defensive ass guards that are in your starting lineup. Now Seth Curry can get baked a little bit wherever he's going,
Right.
which I think is great. And now you got a perfect matchup for Kyrie
But does that
and
shrinking the
KD.
floor for Seth Curry? I know it's supposed to be real quick. I just want to ask you. Because now I'm just looking at Ben Simmons being on the court, Ben and B, that court gets crowded a lot quicker if you got somebody out there like Lonzo Ball. And yes, his shooting has improved. I will
Mhm.
agree with you 100% on that. When the nights aren't
Um,
falling, though, when the shots aren't dropping like that, it's the court's gonna get crowded real fast.
and that's the thing. But I feel like we won't see that until like later on, like with the start of the
Okay.
playoffs, because Joel's hurt. So I feel like they're going to take time on that and let him get healthy, and then like they'll see how it works. But I mean, like I said, Kyle Lowry's going to be the first option that we try to grab.
Right.
So if we're able to grab him, then you know what I mean. I just don't like him because of his age, and yeah. But with Lonzo, it's kind of like he's young and then he deserves a payday almost. Not saying he deserves a lot, like a Tobias Harris type of contract, but then he's gonna want money.
Do you think anyone, like any team in general, is going to make like a big pickup, or like anybody who is a sleeper?
The Lakers.
Brown is an evil genius.
He's gonna get Andre Drummond.
Is that what they need? Yeah, they need that.
They need that.
AD out.
But you also got to think when AD comes back. Now your paint,
Right.
now your front court averages 40 and 20. Not saying some. I mean, obviously Andre Drummond's numbers are gonna drop, but Andre Drummond can get you 20 and 10 whenever he feels like it. He might get you 20 and 20
With his eyes
because
closed.
yeah, like
20 years.
he's that type of dude. But I feel like
They
that
get
would be
Andre
good for
Drummond.
them.
It's spooky. Right, right.
Yeah, it'd be good for them.
Okay. So Andre
Um,
Drummond, the Lakers, that's your big prediction.
I think he goes there. I think we'll probably see the Pacers give up Sabonis and Brogdon. They'll probably talk to a couple people. Um yeah, I think the big people that are gonna try to make moves are the Celtics. I think the Celtics will try to get back in the swing
Celtics.
of things. Yeah.
I think, just for me, speaking as a Spurs fan, we need to make a minor move, but we can make we're not dying to do anything crazy this like deadline. You know
Is
what I mean? Because we're not
Lamarcus
really making a
still
push
underneath y'all?
for uh I think he is, but it's only until he gets picked up. He's not, I don't think he played it recently or anything.
So he can't get traded?
Because I think he did the Blake Griffin joint when he was like, I don't want to play, I'm just gonna sit.
I think I should trade him for draft picks.
Definitely. I mean, we can cover a lot of ground without LaMarcus. Is like, that's just what I'm saying though. Like, I don't think we need to scoop anybody crazy off the trade, because they're not going to do nothing but just sit the season. Like, you know what I mean? We're not making a push for to have a plan on playing in the Western Conference Finals or anything like that.
Yeah. So I think
We got a young guard core, and if
no,
DeMar don't
y'all are
leave,
set. Y'all are really set for real. Y'all just need to find like
I mean, we just
vets,
need a
and y'all need to
big,
find inside presence. Yeah.
right? Yeah, we have none, no inside presence, and it's because our inside presence is one of those younger, newer guys. He used to play on the Raptors, but he wasn't really huge.
So I think the buyers for tomorrow's trade deadline is going to be the Celtics, the Heat, the Sixers, and the Lakers. The Nets will probably try to throw their weight around and try to do some shit that they don't need. Um, and
I think the
and
Jazz. I think the Jazz and the Heat. And if I had to throw one more in there, the Bucks. Because I know the
Yeah.
Bucks are lacking. The Bucks have to know they're lacking. You know what I mean? And it is getting competitive out there. And they've been quiet on the receiving end. So I feel like the Bucks, the Heat, and the Jazz. Because the Jazz are number one right now, but no one has them down for winning anything. So it's like there has to be something that they can complete their piece when they're already on a good start.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. And I think the sellers for tomorrow. Oh, we forgot Dallas too. I think Dallas will try to make some minor moves. Maybe they'll try to pick up like a good 3-and-D
Mm.
guy or a good 3-point shooter because that's what they need. Um, I think our buyers for tomorrow, our sellers for tomorrow are going to be Sacramento. Houston might try to give up Aladipo somewhere. Um,
Mhm.
Maybe OKC builds more draft capital, or it takes on some more contracts for now.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Um,
like OKC or mm, what's it called? Charlotte.
yeah, Toronto might ship off Kyle Lowry because they're not doing too well right now. You got places like Cleveland and Detroit that have some key pieces on their teams that contenders want. Um,
Yeah, Jeremy Grant over there. Somebody want me talk that money. He
bro, I'm
need it.
telling you, bro. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be an interesting week. Last week was kind of like all over the place, but this week should be more interesting going into the weekend with March Madness going on and different shit like that to wrap that up. Um, but yeah, like if y'all need somebody to talk to, man, go talk to people. If y'all feel awkward in y'all groups or y'all situations, y'all settings, please get out of there or talk to someone. Say something, bro. Um,
Be by yourself.
yeah, I died. Do you have any closing points?
Um, nah, take care of yourself because, like you said, we only get one life to live, and we're already starting off on the shitty rock. So, you know what I mean? Try to make the best out of it. I would never call a planet Earth something as boring and dry as that if I got the chance to name a planet, but that's just me.
All right, guys, this is episode 12 of Don Talk. We'll catch you guys next week. Be safe, be easy, wash your hands, all that good shit, home. Peace out.
Yeah, call your grandparents.